First of all, I'd just like to say that we serve an awesome God, and we lean on Him when times are tough, and we need to give praise when we reach the pinnacle, and we have today, and that's the split meaning of to the top, is to give all praise, glory, and honor to the top. So I want to start off with that. It's a big part of our team and a big part of our success. And in terms of this game, it's a fantastic game played by two really good football teams. I'm still not sure we're the two best teams in Division II, but we're the two best teams that got it done during the playoffs. And both had a long, hard road through the playoffs, had to go on the road and beat some terrific teams to get to this stage, and we did. And tonight, it was two good teams battling out, and we made a few more plays than they did to pull out the victory. But just can't say enough about these players and what they've overcome. We've had adversity every single week. Sometimes it's injuries, sometimes it's officiating, sometimes it's weather, sometimes it's bad calls by the head coach. But these guys have always overcome. That's what you've got to do to win the playoffs, is overcome adversity. And this team has done it time and time again. And really, really proud of them. And proud of our defense, proud of our offense. What was the other phase, Reggie?
Special teams.
Special teams. They've been special all year, and they were again tonight. So just really thankful for these players, these coaches, our administration, and everybody back home in Commerce that has a big, big hand in this. This is a team effort. This is a team championship, and we couldn't be happier. Thank you.
Okay, we'll start with questions for the student athletes. Please raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you.
Joe Price, D2Football.com. This is my questions to Sean. Sean, you were out a lot of this season with injury. You come back last week and slowly work your way in. How much does it mean to you to come back and answer big on this stage tonight?
It means a lot. I mean, I was out for 6 weeks straight, and I fought through that, and they were just telling me just to keep calm and they told me that we was going to get here, so I believed in my coach and I believed in the team, and we slowly got here. It just feels great to finally play my last game in college. Bittersweet.
Charlie Chitwood, KETR in Commerce. Reggie, could you walk us through that kick return for the score?
Well, coming out, Coach told us all we had to do was just get our blocks. We knew we was going to return one because we've been breaking them for a good amount. But we just believed in each other and did our job, and we scored.
Ricky Moser for the East Texan paper back home in Commerce. Luis, going into the game, were you on the mindset that we had to score X amount of points on offense in order to give ourselves a real chance of winning? Did you have an X number set or just score as many?
No, we kind of take it play by play. You know, we got to execute, one play at a time, and that's kind of how we approach our offense. Is just taking it one play at a time, and you look up later and we have 28 points. So it's just taking it one play at a time.
Ryan McCarthy with Kansas City Star. Luis, talk me through a little bit of how you were able to manage everything and be efficient as you were tonight, spreading it out through a lot of different receivers, and also the running game got going really well tonight too.
Yeah, the offensive line played fantastic. I mean, we challenged the O-line this week that the run game was going to be key, and they answered the bell. We had over 100 yards rushing. Amazing performance by the O-line, and the defense was playing soft, and I was just able to just find open guys and just get them the ball in space.
Any other questions?
Mr. Harlan Hill, I know this has been quite a journey from going last year to watch this game in person as a fan to go in 15 straight weeks. What does it mean to, one, win the Harlan Hill with this team, and two, to be on this stage and bring home the title?
Words can't even describe it. This is a moment that you dream of. Winning the Harlan Hill, graduating, and winning the national title in the same week. You can't script it any better. Coach told us we're a team of destiny, and we believed it. And we just ran away with it.
You didn't beat me in pool this week.
Thanks for reminding me.
Okay, we have time for one more question for the student athletes. Okay, well, with no further questions, student athletes, you are released to the locker room. Just a reminder, the locker room will be available for 30 minutes following this press conference. Okay, now we'll take some questions for Coach Carthel.
Coach, going forward on the fake punt again, you making a habit of that.
Well, that one didn't work out so well. And, that was a run, or that was a throw kick option, and we didn't execute properly. They dropped back, and we just didn't execute the play the way we had it designed. Sometimes you're the windshield, and sometimes you're the bug, but we came here to win.
Tell us about the opening minutes of the game. Lions got the ball first after Western Florida deferred and able to score on the first drive. A lot of people think there might be a few jitters on both sides of the line of scrimmage, but your guys seem to have, they're pretty smooth operators that first opening drive.
Well, I think all the jitters went out with that first kickoff return that we managed to get to our 4-yard line. So we kind of got caught with our pants down there. But, you know, the offense went out there and just executed and took what the defense gave them, and we were able to establish a run a little bit and march down there and really set the tone. And I think that gave us a lot of confidence. Went in at half, we lost the momentum, but we still had the confidence because we knew that, you know, we were our own worst enemy. Down there in the red zone, you know, penalties and sacks kept us from scoring touchdowns, you know, that we would have liked to have had. So there wasn't any panic. We had a 6-point lead. Our defense, you know, we've played championship defense all year long. Some of those folks from D2 football have taken notice of that. And so we were very, very confident at halftime. Our defense had only given up 19 points through, I believe, 4 or 5 playoff games in the second half. And so we knew we would be in pretty good shape second half. We just go out and take care of business and take care of the football, which we didn't the first drive. But, you know, again, still no panic, and just was able to pull out the win.
Coach, tell me a little bit about Luis and what he's, not only his leadership ability for this game, but throughout the year, and also his ability to throw the deep ball when he really needed it, especially that last touchdown to Marquise and all that, what that did.
He's a Harlan Hill winner for a reason, and I think everybody has seen that, and he's just a tremendous football player. He's a tremendous talent, but more importantly, he's a tremendous, you know, human being, and a great husband, and a great student, a great leader, a great teammate, great player, and you know, just I could sit here for 2 hours and tell you interesting stories about him that just speaks to his character and who he is, and that's why we signed him 3 years ago. You know, we saw that in him. There was other quarterbacks out there with bigger arms or a little better athletic or better athletes, but there was just something special about him, and that's he's going to be very successful no matter what he does in life because of who he is. And you know, very, very happy that he was on our team. So he led us where we thought he could, and that was a national championship. And I'll probably cry myself to sleep tonight because he graduated. So he won't be back next year. But we'll keep growing him up, and we got a great team coming back, and we'll be ready to compete again next year.
Brandon Meisner, D2 football. You've coached with your dad for a long time. Did you have a chance to talk to him after the game? And if so, what did you guys talk about, or what did he say?
You know, it's been surreal all week long, and you know, it was a lot of fun during pregame, and then you know, after this game to be crowned national champions. He's a tremendous coach, tremendous father, tremendous person, and you know, he didn't get the chance to finish, you know, what he had started, and so this was very, very personal and a special moment for our family to finish this thing together at the top, and so I know it's. We'll never forget tonight or the run we've had here together, and coaching's a lot of fun. It's a great profession because you get to change lives, you get to be around people and make a difference. That's winning this game is not why we coach. It's to change lives and to be around good people. And so it's a great profession, and I'm truly blessed to be able to share that with my dad on a daily basis. He needs to hurry up and have a farm sale so we could get him down there full time, but we'll take him part time while we got him.
Coach Garthel, I've watched you coach a lot of games. You've been in most of your career in the Lone Star Conference. You've seen a lot of offense. Tell me about this Commerce defense and what a difference they've made this season.
Well, Coach Deason's been working and his staff for 5 years to build a championship defense. It's not something that happens overnight, and we've got a bunch of guys out there that a lot of people didn't want. And, we're not just big and massive and just unruly guys. They're just a bunch of almost nobody-looking fellers out there, and they're young. I mean, we played, I think, 16 or 17 freshmen tonight. We're in our 58-man roster. But we've designed it and kind of developed it, and it's evolved, but we've done a lot of studying. North Dakota State and Northwest Missouri, and those are the two teams that we've kind of tried to emulate as we built this defense, and I think you're starting to see it show up, and I think also you're starting to see the Stoner effect, and that's Josh Stoner, who's our Director of Sport Performance. We added him to our staff a year and a half ago, and we're in a lot better shape than we ever have been. We're stronger, and we're durable, and so this win tonight is a big reason, and he's a part of it, and that's our strength coach. So just really proud of those guys. They're unselfish on defense. We didn't win any postseason awards on defense because we play 25 to 28 players every single game, because Division II is tough. You got to play 15, 16 straight weeks, and it's hard to stay healthy, and so that's why we rotate guys in and out, and so that hurts some of our guys in terms of getting postseason awards, because they don't play every snap, so they don't have as many, tackles or interceptions or pass deflections as some of the other guys in the country. And so, again, Coach Deason talks about our defense, and our defense is built on love. L-O-V-E. That's what we preach in our defensive meetings all the time. Love. It sounds kind of soft, but that's exactly what we preach, and those guys love each other, and they give it up for each other, so really proud of them to bring home the championship.
We have time for 2 more questions for Coach.
Coach, it was the third quarter. West Florida had first and goal on the 5-yard line, and you only allowed 3 points as opposed to the maybe it's expected 7. How big of a turning point was that, not surrendering those other 4 points, which would have made it the end a lot more interesting?
Oh, I think it was definitely the turning point in the game. They had all the momentum at halftime, came out and had the ball, and we stopped them, and then we turned it over on the first play, and they got it, on the whatever the 5-yard line, I believe it was, and they stopped them again, held them to 3 points, and that's all we said on the sideline, the headsets to the players. That's championship defense. That's what championship defenses do, and we knew our offense would get it going, and so that I really felt like was the turning point of that game, to hold them on 2 straight possessions to only 3 points and maintain that lead, and then we were able to eventually stretch it to three scores, and then we were feeling pretty good about things.
Any more questions?
Last thing I want to say, I want to thank my beautiful wife back there. She's 6 months pregnant, and we're expecting our second one, so thank you, Sarah. I love you. Our great administration, Tim McMurray, we did it. Dr. Keck, Dr. Humphreys, all those back there, and we're really proud of this team, but we were proud to represent the Lone Star State, and bringing a national championship home to Texas is special, and that was big for us, and we're also excited to represent the Lone Star Conference, and this was great for our league to win a national championship, first time in 30-something years, and also not to forget 24 Strong and Robert Graves. Both teams had that sticker on their helmet tonight, and so shout out to his family and that tragedy that struck Midwestern this past year. You're still in our hearts and our thoughts and prayers. So really excited about this. Thank you all for being here. Again, proud to represent the Lone Star State and the Lone Star Conference. Proud to be national champions. It's a huge accomplishment, and a lot of people put a lot of work into that all the way back home in Commerce, Texas. So Love everybody has a part of it. And I love you guys too. Don't know many of you, but I'm really excited and full of love right now. Go Lions.